We're Group 6, and our project is on cotton being able to grow in various locations, such as the moon. We think that this is beneficial and important to learn about, since if there ever comes a time where climate change doesn't allow us to grow certain crops, or there's other factors that alter our growing patterns, we can find new solutions and new resources where we can grow these crops and let them thrive and advance. And cotton is one of the only ones that has all of the factors to be able to grow no matter what the growing conditions and temperatures are.
Why would we pick this topic for our project? I was looking around for anything interesting that has happened recently in the plant physiology field, and I found this article about how cotton was actually grew itself on the moon, actual surface, not in just a base. And I was really interested in finding out how that could have been. How can, with not all the nutrients and such that it probably would needed, how was it able to survive on the moon? And how that would affect us in the future with other problems we have. Because if it's able to be so durable to survive on the moon, how can it help us further in other issues?
So the first was a scientific study that looked at growing crops on soil similar to those found on the moon and Mars. And the main result was that the researchers found that it's possible to grow crops and other plants on these soils, but they had many questions that remain and basically stated that research should be continued further to get more accurate results. The second article looked at the effects of extreme weather conditions on cotton and found that cotton was able to withstand most extreme weather events, and it even created more variability within the cotton species. And so this can be very beneficial for cotton production, especially since weather is unpredictable at times and the frequency of extreme weather is increasing due to climate change every year. And the last scientific study looked at certain herbicides and the effects it would have on cotton, since cotton is usually highly susceptible. However, the results showed that certain herbicides such as 2,4-D were not as harmful as initially thought, and cotton was actually able to build an immunity and resist the herbicides altogether.
Yo, Group 6. Let's kick it. Cotton on the moon. Cotton on the moon. Alright, stop. Turn on Zoom and listen. The group is back with brand new information. The sun is burning Earth very brightly, affecting everyone both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop, though? We don't know. It's making our plants hard to grow. Climate change is extremely hard to handle. Cotton is a solution we shouldn't mishandle. China sent plants to the moon along with yeast as they had extra room. The far side had always been a mystery. They landed there for the first time in history. You may not believe it, but cotton is able to thrive in extreme places other plants wouldn't survive. China saw a problem that needed solving, trying to see if cotton will be evolving. Cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Nitrogen is essential for plant growth, but there's none on the moon and Mars both. Moon pH is high, very high, not good. They thought of something others never could. Regal Eye, the simulant, was purchased from NASA and compared to soil with some potassium. Tests were then set into place to see if plants could survive in space. Still alive. After 50 days, to those plants they would give all praise. Plant biomass both above and below is what the researchers wanted to know. Statistical tests were then completed on the nutrient poor soils left untreated. They discovered something brand new. The researchers shouted, "Ayo, then plants grew." With our project, we saw an opportunity to look at research on cotton immunity. Cotton's abilities are wide. It can adapt to be resistant to herbicides. 2,4-D was sprayed at different stages, and the plants were observed for different ages. Herbicides were not as harmful as initially thought, and the news wasn't harmful. Fiber quality. The plants increased. Greater photosynthesis power was released. Researchers showed that you can predict yield quantities after an herbicide drift. Cotton is adaptable, you know what I mean? It could be the greatest crop you've ever seen. China saw a problem that needed solving, trying to see if cotton will be evolving. Cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Take heed, because it's able to live in various locations the world and nation give. Generations that increase global warming means crops will need to be well performing, because in case of a natural disaster, your growing techniques we can master, conducted and formed, the ideas are set to make sure climate change isn't a threat. Cotton and others will let us be more prepared, so if something bad happens, we won't be scared. Even though the research is a long way to go, look at how much we already know. We learned plant physiology from Dr. Long. We hope you enjoyed this group's song. If there was a problem, yo, we'll solve it. Researching about if cotton can evolve it. Cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon. Yeah, cotton on the moon.